Just another night in New York City. Snow comes down, looks real pretty. Don't know how, but suddenly there you are with Jelly Roll Morton playing for the bar. Inside here, lights are low, but each song has its own glow. As he floats them through that smoky air, we just can't believe he's really there. How old is he? Cannot say, but claims he taught Cab Calloway. And on this night, I somehow believe him. Knows every song that Christmas got, even ones my brain has dropped. Just him and that old fir tree, all lit up this night, electric blue. Just another night in New York City. Snow comes down, looks real pretty. Can't believe, but somehow there you are, talking with strangers sitting across the bar. Suddenly, all were laughing. This night's smart, always crafting, building bridges nearly everywhere. It's a wall, it just builds the stairs. Outside colored lights, they bleed. For snow is white and colors need, as it just comes down like pure salvation. It offers all its amnesty and makes your neighbor different see by the light of that fir tree in this old bar. Electrifying blue.
What is up? What is up? We have got to stop meeting like this, but I digress. I couldn't be any happier to be here in the sight of the brand new, one-of-a-kind Christmas Central 2020. And of course you notice I emphasized one-of-a-kind because, like I strive to do every year, I make Christmas Central different every year while still emulating the looks of the classics, and I feel like I've done that this year with a very distinct theme. It's even based on a Trans-Siberian Orchestra song, one of my favorites, Christmas Nights in Blue, which, has that iconic line, Christmas all lit up in electric blue. And I love this Christmas Central, obviously. And you may notice that this year I have not been as vocal about Christmas as I did last year. Well, I mentioned that in my Christmas 2020 season preview, but any Christmas is good Christmas. Anytime I can be in here, sitting here looking at this beautiful tree, which by the way is debuting a brand new star. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great night. It's fantastic. It's finally here. I don't have to, pussyfoot around it. Christmas season is freaking here in 2020. And let me tell you, nothing was going to stop me from doing this. No pandemic, no nothing. Christmas Central was going through no matter what. And I did have this plan for quite a while. So, why the blue? Well, I've never really done blue before, at least not to this extent. And I am kind of reminded of Christmas Central 2015, which had kind of a blue and white theme to it. In fact, I'm even wearing the, my friend Kirk calls this the rock candy necklace from that year. And, obviously I do these little callbacks, I do these things, and it's like every year I think about that, I think about the history of Christmas, but it's like this year especially, it's really hitting me, especially when last year was kind of like, I don't want to say the end of an era, but it was the end of a decade. Christmas 2019, of course, concluded the last decade of Christmases, so I wanted the first Christmas of the new decade to really go off smashingly well, so obviously I've incorporated some of those things that I added from last year. Some things I'm just never going to be able to get rid of, which is fine. The evolution of Christmas Central continues is what I'm trying to say. I didn't just get to last year's point and stop. Now, this may seem a little bit weaker than last year, and obviously anything that followed the 2019 display was going to have that sort of, not downgrade, but just kind of a different direction. And again, that was very purposeful. I think there's more to Christmas to explore than I've even explored. And I know that's weird to say when I've done all these setups all these years, but I think, this distinct direction, Christmas in the City, I've never done it before, with the blues and the greens and just the really kind of tranquil city, lifestyle that I've portrayed here, with, of course, still the playful elements here and there, and, the stuff downstairs kind of reflecting, the more playful stuff from last year. because they all tie into Christmas. Christmas is always like kind of this entity to me. You guys all know this. I give this speech every year that just entails all the things, the mature, the more childlike, and then of course you have the holy aspect of Christ being born. So just all these things just wrapped up together. And, it just kind of, I think, and again, I don't want to make any predictions, but I think going forward, the directions for Christmas Central will be drastically different. And I like that a lot. As soon as Christmas 2019 ended, I was like, how can I do this again, and have it mean something? I can't just set up the same Christmas Central as 2019, as great as it was. I can't just set it up again. I got to do something new colors, new atmosphere, whatever it is. And, now I'll talk a little bit about some of the technical stuff. So yes, we do have the city here on the second shelf, highlighted by the brand new, beautiful Chrysler building, which is barely able to fit in the display. It's so big. We got the Santa guy going around the candy shop. Also was introduced last year, but I think he's a little more prominent this time around. Of course, the Christmas logo, as always, highlighted on the top shelf, but with another new setup, which is the Coke Drive-In Movie Theater. And to the right of it, very cleverly, I've placed the digital video frame that shows every Christmas from the past, just like last year. And now Christmas 2019 is in that mix because it's permanently mixed into history, as will be this Christmas. And that's kind of like, of course I'll mention the bottom shelf. Honestly, nothing too new to see here. The usual cigar store, church. Of course, I got the Christmas residence, different things like that. I did like the idea from last year of having the two different corners. Last year I had the Dreamcast corner and the 2009 corner. This year I've gone with penguins on one side and a little Christmas village on the other side. The piano's just overrun with stuff. Some of it donated by my very own friend John Lee. So there's still just a ton of stuff in here. The grid of memories, everything that's ever been in here is in here again somehow or another. The magic tracks return. But nothing is overstated. And I know that sounds weird to say, but there's nothing... I shouldn't say nothing. As I did previously allude to, that star up there is brand new, and that is somewhat significant because the star that I had been using had been in use since the late 90s, so I officially retired that star. This new one will be the new star going forward. It adds a lot of white light to the room. It's really beautiful, very eye-catching, along with the tree itself. You can't talk about Christmas Central without talking about the tree. And setting up the tree was another joy. This all came together very organically, very fluidly. I don't know how else to say it. It came together almost fast. Last year, of course, despite all the new things I added, also came together pretty fast. But that came together fast because I was trying to hit a certain deadline. You guys remember 2019. It seemed like every day in November I was posting something about Christmas Central. I was doing a live stream. I was doing this and that. And you may ask why I didn't live stream Christmas Central setup this year. I can't really tell you because I'm not really sure. There's just something about setting up Christmas Central. I know this is going to sound kind of cheesy, but it's almost like it's like an intimate experience. It's just something I like to do alone sometimes, and just kind of unwrapping everything for the first time in a year, seeing the old decorations again, figuring out what to do because it didn't always look like this. I had to make some tweaks, and I'm like, is that really going to be fun for a live stream? For people to be like, oh, I don't know where this goes. Let me see. I mean, I did it last year, but last year was one of those once-in-a-lifetime Christmases. This is Christmas 2020, and that's, what I want the emphasis to be, of course. Now, one new thing I did add that I'm actually very proud of, this is more just for me. Christmas Central every year, you guys know, consists of, 8, 10, 12, however many Christmas houses all plugged into this shelving unit. Well, that sounds fun on the surface, but not when you got to keep plugging them in and unplugging them every day and night, if you want to see them. And flipping switches on and off, can be a little tedious. So, for the lazy American in me, I have this switch that can actually turn off the entire setup if I want to. The tree's still on its own circuit. Over there in the corner is on a different circuit. They're all controlled with this remote. The tree, I do have to still plug in and plug it out, which isn't that big a deal. The only reason I say that is because there's never any room to move in here, as you know. The camera is mounted in the one spot it can fit, and that's fine. I'm so used to it at this point, and yet it still blows me away, the details of this Christmas Central. Because like I said, and again, that's just another new feature this year that I thought kind of it's just more innovative than anything. It has really nothing to do with the aesthetic, but I love this year. I may have more references to Coke than I've ever had between the Coke factory, the Coke soda fountain, the Coke drive-in movie theater, and I have the Coke stuff on the windows and the walls and all that good stuff. So there's just a lot of that old-timey feel in here that I really love. Actually, let me see. If For the rant, I might actually turn this off. It kind of improves the lighting on the video a little bit. But it's still kind of cool that if I want to, I can go ahead and do that. But seriously, so this is it. This is Christmas Central 2020. And of course, you know that I'm looking forward to many milestones in here. I'm looking forward to the Christmas countdown, because I will be live streaming that again. And that is just an awesome moment that once a year, can't believe it, it's going to be less than a month that we're going to be doing that. And then I do plan on doing another Christmas Fireside Chat. I don't know exactly when that'll be. Obviously, it'll be sometime in the next couple weeks, but that will also be in here, and this is a very relaxing place to do it in. Even right now, I'm just kind of relaxed, zoning out, looking at the tree, thinking of the memories, because really that's what I build this room for. It's literally full of memories. Even the gift bags on the floor and on the windowsills, some of the little things actually are gifts that I've got from people over the years, little trinkets, and so when I see those things, I think of them. But anyway, this is Christmas Central 2020, so look forward to reading your comments below. As always, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas as Christmas season gets rolling on. And of course, this is not the last time we will see this place or talk about Christmas season 2020. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Merry Christmas to you and yours. See you then.